Merry Christmas.
We're live. So let's roll the intro.
Welcome to the B.A.D podcast with Derek, Brad, and Austin, where we talk about random shit, and that's it.
Okay, let's go.
Fire. Every time.
Okay. Derek's doing his homework.
Gets you hyped.
He's looking up.
We
everything.
didn't have homework.
I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now.
Well, you have a would you rather homework every week.
I always have homework.
Yeah. So I figured Christmas is Saturday.
Yep.
So it's time to talk about Christmas. Austin and I have been very busy with Vlogmas.
Yes.
Did you think it was going to be that hard?
I mean, it hasn't really been that hard, to be honest.
It's been hard for us.
Austin's like, yeah, this shit's easy, dude.
I mean, I just crank them out and do it.
It's
And
hard.
they gotta get done.
What are
so-
you cranking out?
Videos.
Okay.
It's hard for Aubrey and I think, because it's like a lot more time to devote to like creating videos.
They're not that long, and most of the videos that we've done, I've already kind of picked up what we're going to talk about already and given you guys the things.
Yeah, but if it weren't for the fact that like we had a nanny, not possible.
It would be even harder.
Not possible.
Yeah.
It would be impossible. Because like yesterday, Emery wasn't here.
Yeah.
So we were like having to do everything we'd normally do and watch Letty. And I looked at us and I was like, there's no way we can film today. Like, we're going to have to do it all tomorrow when Emery comes back. And that's pretty much what we did.
That's why you get ahead.
Yeah, but you're doing a topic, like a different topic every single day.
Yeah. New video every day. So we just like went through, and it was just like, gift guides. I don't know, random
Just
stuff.
really random things, decorating, recipes.
Taking Letty to see Santa.
Yeah.
Ashley's been doing the advent calendar, like wine miss thing
Yeah.
she does every day. Well, I think she's missed like 3 days. And last night she was like, I'm like 3 days behind. I was like, just do it. She's like, no, fuck it.
Yeah, and I think that's what happens. Like you can usually it's like with most things in life. Like you do it well for like 5 to 7, 10 days, but then like when you miss a day,
like something random just happens and you miss it,
and it derails everything, and then you just quit. You're just like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, or or it's just like, fuck, now I got to do 2.
Yeah,
or like now I got to double up.
And it's almost like daily, it's daunting enough, but then when you miss one and it's like 2 that you need to do, it's like, nah, it's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much waiting on me.
Y'all haven't missed.
We don't miss.
Right?
We don't miss around here.
Yeah, we don't
miss.
Yeah,
we don't miss.
Yeah.
That motherfucker
Don't
Hey,
miss.
what's that, Kanye? What's it like to lose or whatever?
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. But anyway, okay. So Christmas, you went home
Last year.
No, but you went home like last week as kind of a Christmas thing, right?
Was that 2 weeks ago?
Was it 2 weeks ago?
I don't remember.
Technically.
But
Yeah.
was that? Did y'all do Christmas or no? So you're not really like you did. Did you have presents from your parents?
Yeah,
They're shipping it.
They mailed them here already.
Okay.
They mailed them here like 3 weeks ago, and it was
Okay.
funny because my mom was like, "Oh, I could have just given you when you were here," and I was like, "Yeah, that would have ruined the surprise."
Is this your first time doing Christmas like away from home?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever done Christmas away from home. Like, yeah, I guess like, well, yeah. What does that look? What's that gonna look like for you? Like, what are you?
So Christmas
you gonna
morning,
FaceTime them?
probably. I'll wake up. I'm gonna make a homemade breakfast pizza,
For just you?
just myself.
Okay.
Maybe Selena.
Casserole.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is Selena staying?
If she's lucky. No, she's probably she'll probably stay with her parents, and then I'll go over there probably midday and hang out with them. Friday, I think we're gonna go play golf somewhere.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
record like the whole weekend, I guess, into like a video or something. But
So who's a we?
me, Christine, Selena, and John,
Okay. All right.
and that's it really. Christmas. I don't really have any other plans. We'll probably work out on Christmas. Do like a Christmas workout. Probably die and do like the 12 days of Christmas workout. Like you do 1 of something, then you do 1 and 2, and then you do 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
1, 2, 3,
okay.
4,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that doesn't
all the
sound
way
fun.
up to 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
No thanks.
gonna pass on that one.
I haven't worked out in like
A long time.
2.5 weeks.
Oh, really?
Like lifted weights. Yeah,
But you've been doing the Peloton.
a few.
Yeah. I
And
saw
then
that.
I play football, but like that's just cardio. I feel so deflated.
Yeah.
How do you
It's
like the
like flat.
Peloton?
It's cool. I like it.
So what are
like
you
a-
doing for Christmas though?
We're going. Oh, geez, I don't know. Our plans keep changing. So we're driving back to Texas
On Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Yeah, we're leaving that morning.
Yeah.
Driving straight to, we were driving straight to Austin. I don't know what we're doing now because plans keep changing.
Right.
So it's either Austin or San Antonio. Spend a few days with Ashley's family and my family. Her family's in Austin, mine's in San Antonio. And then we're going to spend like 2 or 3 days in Houston, see all of our friends, and then come back. So we're just kind of doing like a little tour of Texas.
Yeah.
But,
that's not bad. So is it will you spend Christmas Day with your family or her family?
I think Christmas Day, we were supposed to be in Austin. So 24th, 25th, we were supposed to be in Austin. And then the day after, we're going to San Antonio. So I think that's what we're doing.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, things keep changing with plans. So
yeah, honestly
don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just there, you know. Ashley makes
yeah.
the plans. I just go.
Yeah. You're just going along with it.
Yeah. What are we doing?
What about you?
Yeah. So we never spend Christmas with Aubrey's family. The only time we've been there close to Christmas is the year that we got married. We went there like after. Actually, it was Christmas time. Right after we got married, we went there for Christmas, and then we actually went to Philadelphia for New Year's for the Warhouse gym. Like Rob and Dana at their gym were doing like a ball drop thing, and we were athletes, so they like paid for us to like come and stuff. So, but normally Christmas is spent here because Thanksgiving. Like we gave Thanksgiving to her family and Christmas to our family.
Yeah, that's what we normally do too.
Yeah, but it's interesting. This is the first year that everyone has kids, you know? Like Stacy had kids, so we'd all go over there and TK would open presents, but like my parents do like we do, which is just the stocking thing. So they just like, you know, $50 to $100 they spend on stockings. We open stockings and that's kind of it. Mm-hmm. I like that better. I'm not a big.
I'm not like good at like receiving gifts.
Yeah, I'm not good at receiving gifts either.
Also, it's like I don't want anything.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, I guess we already talked about that.
Yeah,
we already talked about that. But yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, so it's hard for me. But I will tell you, Christine is a really good gift giver. Like I opened up Christine's gifts and like the books, like I really enjoy those. And then the candy, she's very thoughtful in her gifts, and I think that's the truth behind being. Why I'm not good at gift receiving is because people aren't usually good at being thoughtful gift givers. Because most people just like, they just give you something that they think you're going to like, but they don't necessarily like really sit down and like figure out what is this person going to like. And that's kind of like when we were doing the you know, Christmas gifts for Aubrey and I, when we did the $100 each, we went to Walmart and we do this, stocking stuffings. I usually gravitate towards like a really big gift because I'm like, okay, this is like a big thing and it knocks out a chunk of my money and I don't have to like sit here and like be thoughtful through all these gifts. And I didn't get to do that this year. I had like all my gifts were like $5 to $10. So it was a lot of gifts, but I think Aubrey and I both did, like we were both happy with what we got. It was things that we were going to use and enjoy. And you know, so I think that, you know, it's harder to be a thoughtful gift giver. And I think that's why most people are just like, here's a gift card or here's, you know, whatever.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty thoughtful with my gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashley says I'm a good gift giver.
As I've gotten older, being more thoughtful, I think, means more. Instead of, like you said, just giving someone a gift card.
Like random shit.
Yeah, when you're younger, if someone hands you a 20, you're stoked, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm
still stoked.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, truthfully, you have $20. You have $20. So if someone hands you a 20, it doesn't mean as much to you as if they handed you something that they either A, spent time on because you know how much. Like when someone used to give you a gift that they made, you know, you'd be like, oh, they're just being cheap. But it's like, no, time is like important. Like if I sat there and made something for you that took an hour of my time, you're like, oh damn, Brad set aside an hour of his time to do this for me. I know how busy he is. That means a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think that's another part too, is just that, you know, when people give you those gifts that took a lot of time to make or a lot of time to even like figure out, you start to appreciate the time behind the gift more than just the monetary value of the gift.
I think it's all like whatever your like love language is too.
Yeah.
So quality time is my love language. So it's like, instead of giving you a gift or you giving me a gift, it's like, I'd rather like hang out with you or like let's go do something. But
yeah, but see, knowing
not
that,
everybody's like that,
but knowing that, like I could give you a gift that we would do together.
Right.
So like if you opened up a gift and it was like 2 Dave and Buster's cards and I'm like, hey, whenever you want, we're both going to Dave and Buster's and we're going to play video games. That would mean something to you,
sure,
right?
That'd be cool too. Yeah.
And so that's why I mean about the research, like really knowing the person you're giving the gift for. So if I got you something that was like a solo massage by yourself, you would still enjoy that, but that didn't hit your love language because it's like, you're spending quality time with a masseuse, not with the people you know.
That's what I also told Austin. This is off topic, but I was like giving him relationship advice. I said, learn each other's love language. Because like
Yeah.
once you do that, you definitely learn how to like love each other deeper. I guess I don't know.
Well, you immediately know how to make an impact,
Right.
For their love. So like,
you know
if
what they
there's
need. You know what they need to feel validated and loved.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's, and also just know that it's not always the case, but someone can receive and give love in different love languages.
Right,
It's
correct.
it's more, I guess it's more uncommon for that to happen, but it does still happen. So, you know, mine's always been acts of service, and I think it's because I value time so much. I'm a busy person, so when someone does something that helps me on the time thing, I'm like, oh wow, that's nice, you know. And I think that's why I like acts of service so much more. You know, but
Yeah.
do you know what your love language is?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay. It's cop out. I get what people say that.
No, I
know,
I legit
I know.
tied. My top two I tied.
Oh, quality time and what?
Physical touch.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone though?
I feel like most guys are probably physical touch.
You
Yeah,
don't
but-
want these
but-
hands, bro. They're sweating.
No, but the question is it just physical touch with Ashley, or is it with like?
No, with
Like-
her, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah.
But I'm just saying, people that actually value physical touch, though, if you were friends, you would prefer them to hug you versus like
Shake your hand
or
or
wave at
high-five
you.
you.
Yeah, I guess I'm a hugger.
But do you like
I don't
when
mind
do you like
hugging
when your
people.
friends like come up behind you and like grab your arm and things like that? Like
No,
that would mean.
absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
Like how I grabbed you in
If
the
I don't
photo.
know who you are and you come grab
no,
me,
I said friends.
yeah. If I don't know if you're coming,
You know when I'm coming.
yeah.
He'll tell you when he's coming.
Yeah. Bing bong. But
That
anyways,
was a sus
okay.
comment
So
by
what's your
me. I'm
two? I
sorry.
guess.
This
What's
is
your
why
two?
guys don't talk about relationship shit.
I'm a big kind of like words of affirmation. Like I like to be told if I'm doing things the right way or if I'm not. Like I know we've had this conversation with me and you
Yeah.
on work.
Yeah.
Like I like to be told if I'm doing something right. And if nothing is said, I'm just kind of like, am I doing it right? Is it
Yeah.
good? Is it bad? Like I don't know if I'm doing it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it feel good?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I understand that. Go ahead.
And then probably physical touch too.
Yeah. So I used to think that was physical touch, but I don't like to be touched if I don't want to be touched. So it's like
Yeah.
a weird situation because there's times I was like, I don't want to be touched. I also think I suffer from like sensory overload. Like
Yeah.
literally sometimes I'll be on the couch, I'm trying to watch TV, the washing machine's loud, like something else is bothering me. And I'm like, I like freak out. I'm like,
Get
I need
away
to go
from me.
shut
Yeah.
this door. Like this is too much,
Yeah.
you know, probably slightly autistic, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Aubrey
Someone
always
on the
jokes that
spectrum.
I'm
Well, I
on
mean,
the
you also
spectrum
spent
somewhere.
you also spent 2 years in what, dead silent submarine or
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quiet.
yeah.
To be honest.
I would have went crazy.
When you're under the ocean, bro, nothing's making noise except for the machinery on there.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of
Like
places.
white
that,
noise at that point.
well, there's something called rig for ultra quiet. Whenever we were like on mission, and like if you weren't working, you weren't supposed to be out of your bed because they wanted no noise to happen. So like it would be real.
Is that because
quiet.
like any radar could pick up like a sound wave?
Yeah, yeah. So like that's how sonar works. It's
Yeah.
just like when anything makes noise in the water, it emits a sound, and sonar is just listening for
So
sound.
even though you are like encapsulated, so to speak,
Right.
in this submarine,
Yeah.
if you like took a step on the floor,
It's not
that could be
necessarily
picked
that.
up,
Well,
or
not
it's just
not necessarily because the floor actually. So submarines are wild. The floor is built on like this floating shelf thing. So like when sound would hit it, they were like almost like rubber gaskets connecting it to the wall, so that sound wouldn't transfer to the outside of the
Interesting.
submarine. But the whole idea was minimize any
Right.
ability for
Anything.
anything to transmit
To hit
out.
it, yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
risk it.
So, but I mean, there were certain times we wouldn't be allowed to have like pumps on at all, or they'd have to be on the lowest setting, and you weren't allowed to shift speeds because the shift in speed could make it would make noise. I mean,
Yeah.
when you were rigged for ultra quiet, like
It was ultra quiet.
yeah, it was quiet. It was really quiet. Yeah,
Like eerily quiet.
yeah, like
That
no,
would be cool.
yeah. But yeah, the submarine was a unique experience, that's for sure. So yeah, I guess mine has always just been acts of service. So not good with gifts. You know, of course I want my wife to touch me, physical touch, but
Yeah, at that.
Yeah.
Your significant other, yes, physical touch for me. But like other
Yeah.
people,
see, that's why I don't really count
Yeah.
that being your love language,
Okay.
because your love language should be anyone can do it for you, right?
Okay.
Because like if you're like only my wife can fill up my love cup with this thing, then that's just you want to be intimate with your wife, like
Yeah.
for closeness. So that's
which
why
everybody does.
So that's why I always say like if physical touch is your thing, then that would mean like you want your friends to come hug you when they haven't
Yeah.
seen you. Like you value their touch as well. And so that's why I always, So like if you were really good friends with someone and you were walking and they put their arm around you, like if you like physical touch, like you would like that
and feel good about it.
Right. And you would feel good about that. Whereas I don't think that you guys necessarily would, or maybe you would. And that would mean that would reinforce physical touch to me. Otherwise you just like to be intimate with your wife. And so you just say physical touch. So
yeah, I would say quality time and probably words then for me.
Yeah.
Both of those are equally important.
Yeah.
I wonder if it changes over time for some people too.
I think some people can have a shift based on what they're not getting. But I feel like that would also have had to have been like pretty high up on their list, and then they're not getting it, so it kind of moves its way up even higher. For Aubrey, it's definitely quality time, and it's not just like sitting together. Like you have to talk and like connect. Like she wants to talk about. It's almost like date night style. Like when you go and you're not talking about work, you're just talking about like things. And not surface level, like you're talking about like maybe favorite childhood memories and that kind of the stuff we talk about on Twitch,
Deep shit.
honestly, without the Twitch audience being there. That's what Aubrey really enjoys, is that connection. So what's Ashley's?
Get really high and you talk about the deep
or for
shit.
you, I don't know, some other things and stare into your eyes.
Ashley's is acts of service as well.
Okay. It's
Acts of
ironic.
service and,
Ashley and I are a lot alike in some ways, but
she does, and quality time has gone up for her too.
Yeah.
Like I think it didn't used to always be like that, but yeah, like I guess more so in our relationship now, like she really likes quality time.
Do you feel like the older that you get, the more you realize how time is so important? And
I think that's
it goes
what
up
it
on
is.
everyone's list?
I think that is what it is, because I think everybody starts to realize like how important people are, and you want to like spend that time with those people.
Yeah.
Rather than it's like,
See, and that's what I was going to say. So that the easiest way for me to test, is it really a love language? Do they value that from other people too? So like if I did something for Ashley, I know she would appreciate it. So that's how I know acts of service is something for her. And I do know that she enjoys like one-on-one, like quality time with people.
Yeah.
Like, when she was asking me about like what to get Aubrey for Christmas, and it was like, she wants to do experiences because she loves to spend that time with that person, with the experience.
Yeah.
So that's how, like, I 100% can see how it's quality time. Do you know what Selena's love language is, or can you guess? Or
I'm pretty sure hers is quality time.
Yeah.
Her main one is quality time.
Yeah. I've never met anyone that gifts.
better find out.
I've never met someone with gifts.
Like they love getting gifts.
Yeah. Gifts is their love language.
Like getting, not receiving.
Well, both. I mean, usually that's how they speak.
I think some people are. I think some people are.
Honestly, how many are there?
More materialistic
There's only 5
people.
5? Okay.
So it's words of affirmation, quality time, affection, physical touch, acts of service, and gifts.
I thought there was 7, and I was like, fuck.
No, it's 5, right? It's 5.
It's 5.
It's 5
yeah,
love
yeah,
languages.
yeah.
Yeah, Selena's is definitely quality time.
Yeah.
Spending time with each other, like when we went to the Florida game, like she loved that.
Yeah.
Like, so traveling for us, or just being like going and doing stuff together and just being around people is big for her.
So she doesn't mind if your quality time is in a group setting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aubrey prefers quality time to be solo.
Just me and you.
Yeah. Which I understand, because just like Ashley is.
Well, you guys are around so many people all day though, so that makes sense.
Well, also just how Ashley is just like me, and we're very social people. Quality time could end up being we start talking to everyone at the group, and we don't necessarily spend that one-on-one time with each other. Like that's Aubrey's main complaint, is like when we go do something, like for example at your Christmas party, I spent a lot of time mingling. And then finally, when we did the games, I sat next to Aubrey and we sat there. Yeah. But in general, I go around and she's always like, well, why don't you, walk around with me? And I'm like, because I sleep with you. I mean, I literally, I know about you. I know everything about you. I'm trying to meet new people. And like,
I don't want to talk to you.
It's not that.
I don't want to talk to you.
I know your story.
Yeah.
I've lived it.
I know your story.
I lived it.
So
I'm part of it.
That's why, I guess. But
no, I think that's good, is because like if you are in a group setting, you can get like away from each other and talk to other people, like that's also gonna kind of fill, I guess, your quality time bucket, because if you're there with people that they care about and stuff like that, then it's like quality time as a group.
Yeah. See, and that's why I always say, Aubrey, is your love language really quality time? Because if it was, you would care about quality time with other people as well.
Exactly.
But you only care about quality time with me. So like, what
is it really?
And honestly, I've asked Aubrey, what's your love language? She's like, it's all of them. And I'm like,
all 5 tied.
It's all 7.
So
it depends on the day.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but anyways.
Yeah, we went from talking about Christmas, we got all deep with relationship
Well,
You know,
That's-
I think
it's a good thing.
Christmas brings relationships and Christmas actually really go together because when you're in a relationship with someone, the holidays are something that you're going to have to figure out how to navigate. I think it's
And
a really important thing.
I think that's where you see a lot of problems arise is around this holiday time. You know, you have Thanksgiving, and then that's kind of like your first taste of family and kind of that, and then it transitions to Christmas, and it kind of just escalates from there. I knew and know a lot of people who have like broken up over kind of this time period in the past, and I think it's tough.
Well, it's tough to navigate especially if you live at a place where both families are. Like, so my sister with Ariel and William, you know, like William's family's here, and they always did this big Christmas breakfast. So Ariel and William have to like navigate between, you know, these things. Like, do you go to their big breakfast? Like, what about my family? And then you're trying to coordinate multiple families and how they mingle and get together for the holidays. It can get difficult, you know?
And definitely stressful too, because if you're trying to handle all of that and handle like your relationship too, like it's just adding to the plate.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it used to be, it's like if you have a kid, it's like, all right, everybody come here. Everybody come to me. But you have a whole family that has kids, so that's harder.
Yeah, the really hard part too is like my sister Ariel, when she built their house, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to host Christmas Eve dinner or Christmas." She wanted to host something on Christmas, and my mom essentially was like, "No."
Yeah.
She's like, you don't. She's like, you know, I'm the mom, and
I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's my thing. You don't get to take it now just because you built a house.
Yeah.
Very true.
And you live here. And
but why not? Why not? Yeah.
I think it's because like my mom felt like she waited until
she wants the whole.
Well, she waited until like she had the kids, and she's now like the top dog, and she's like, you don't get to just come in and take the top dog spot. I relinquish that when I'm ready to relinquish it.
That's funny.
Yeah, when she says I'm tired of doing this.
Yeah, it's
Ariel,
whenever she's like, I'm done with everyone being at my house, you know, and or the families have grown so much so it was very interesting. So Ariel started throwing the Christmas Eve pizza party, and both families would come over there, and we'd all make pizzas and stuff like that. So
that's cool. Yeah, we always seem to be the ones like traveling to everybody else to visit.
Well, I will say you don't have kids, and I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
So that's actually what Aubrey and I were talking about yesterday. I was like, man, at the party, I was like, I felt way older than a lot of the people, because I mean, how old was Mark? Is the name?
Mark's just a little older than me. He's like 27, 26.
Is he really even that old?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there was someone there that was like 24. I felt like. But either way,
Madison's my age.
Okay.
She's 25, I think.
Okay, well, anyway, so 25, 24,
I was
whatever.
the youngest person.
So, but and then you know we're
Typical.
34, and I told Aubrey, I said that's really not that big of a deal, because we're like 5 years older than like some people, and then they have friends that are 5 years younger, you know. So then all of a sudden when you get together, there's like a 10-year difference
10-year
between
gap.
the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
And she goes, I felt like the oldest because we had Letty there, you know, and actually
a kid.
Derek is older than all of us.
Yeah.
The
Who?
other Derek.
Oh.
Jay
I was
Bugney's
like-
Derek.
I was
Jay
like,
Bugney's
no, I'm
Derek.
not. Yeah, I know.
And
exactly
I
what
didn't
you're
even
talking
know that.
Yeah.
He looks like my age.
about. Yeah, he's like about to retire from.
He has
military.
four more
Yeah.
years. 4 more years to his 20. 4 or 5. But yeah. So, you know, it's interesting. And so we were just talking about that. And I said, well, I wonder why that is. And Aubrey says, I think Derek and Ashley are always going to have younger friends. And I said, why? And she goes, because they don't have kids. And she said, because a lot of times whenever you have kids, you just don't.
You become friends with the people who your kids are friends with, and like,
or you just stop going out as much,
Yeah.
right? And so your friend group like shrinks when they have kids, but then you make other friends and they don't have kids. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I
don't
mean,
know. All of our friends have kids. So.
And I said, yeah, and that's what I told her.
true.
I said
Like back
I said
home.
Derek and
Yeah.
Ashley's friends have kids,
Yeah.
so
And y'all
But-
just,
and
they,
we're
they
just like,
just
yeah.
moved here.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. But I'd be curious.
We don't like go out try to make new friends. So it's like,
Yeah, it was kind of like.
But you
more
did.
set.
But you have made a lot of new
Set.
friends here. Think about how many friends you have
just
here.
coworkers. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
just,
some
just
of them.
meeting people
Football,
through
Eddie.
them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's coworkers
Yeah,
and then their
Jim.
friends. I
Yeah.
mean, if you think about how many friends you
That's
guys
true.
have here in 6 months, that's a lot of people. I
Yeah.
mean, you hosted a successful Christmas party.
Everybody wants to be our friend, you know.
Well, you are fun people. You are fun people. So, I mean,
Yeah.
but
Well, Ashley likes to do stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, hey, let's go to the beach. Let's do this. Let's do that. If it was up to me, I'd be at home
Really?
on the couch.
So it's funny. I think
Brad's like that.
I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Brad's 100% like that.
I would. There's days like whole weekends where I'd be like, I haven't left the house at all.
Yeah.
The whole weekend.
I remember when I first moved here, I would be like, "Hey, you want to go to the beach?" He's like, "Dude, the pool's a 5-minute walk away." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's the beach."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not waiting in traffic for 30 minutes, being there for an hour, and then driving back another 30 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go by myself."
Bye.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, I really am a homebody. I really
Yeah.
am. I don't know. It's also
Yeah.
why I don't spend a lot of money because I just
Yeah.
don't really
It
leave my
depends.
house.
Yeah, it just depends. Some days I do want to go do stuff, but there's some days where it's like, nah, I don't want to move.
And when you have a child, the homebody thing just dogs and children increase your
Yeah.
homebodiness. I
Hang out
mean,
with my
truthfully, if you didn't have relay, you would probably spend even more time away from your home. I think a lot of times, I know you take them with you, but I felt bad with locking Miley up. So most of the time, I'd be like, "Oh, I need to get back home because I feel bad for Miley," and because I'm like, "Is she gonna fucking chew her tail off?" And I'm gonna have blood all over my house. So because she's
Come home to a massacre.
yeah, it is terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that having something that keeps you home just made an excuse for me to always stay home more.
Yeah.
You know, if Miley was a good dog and I could just leave her out and she would just chill.
Just wait till you enter the metaverse.
Oh yeah, and I never have to
Jesus.
leave home at
You
all.
ain't
to do
going
anything.
nowhere.
Yeah, I don't see it being a big deal for me just because in real life I don't care about flexing possessions.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
and
don't.
stuff. Like, could I have a Rolex? Yeah, but like,
there's
why?
no point.
Yeah.
Why
So
have a
someone
Rolex
can
so I
see it?
have a Fitbit.
So someone can
So-
see, well, it's because someone
it's
can.
time to get knocked out.
But it's just like so someone
two
can
on
see
your
your someone can see your Rolex and be like, "Wow, you have a lot of money." It's like I don't care if someone thinks I have
I've
a lot
never
of
been
money. or not.
materialistic. Maybe those type of people are the ones who like gifts. That's their
Yeah.
love language.
Gifts.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, honestly, if you have Jeff
Here's
Bezos
a yacht.
money, it's
Moon.
like it
Here's a
doesn't even
yacht.
matter. I mean, if you have Jeff Bezos money, it doesn't even matter, right? What you have, everyone already knows. Like you don't even have to wear. You literally could wear like a trash can liner, and people would still be like, "Oh, that's still the richest man in the world," you know. So it's like,
Don't matter.
yeah, but I don't know.
What do you think his love language is?
I don't know. We could ask his ex-wife. They got divorced.
Yeah.
She took half the money.
Well, clearly
and he
she didn't
still
know
was
it.
super rich.
Or he
You
didn't know
She
hers.
couldn't. Yeah.
know what's funny? Half his money's gone to her, and he still is in the top 10.
It's insane.
She's also in the top 10 now.
Yeah, that's insane.
Quick way to rank up.
Yeah, leveled up.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's wild.
I couldn't imagine like being that rich. Like, do you think it's boring after a while? Like
Elon
just-
Musk is going to pay $11 billion in taxes this year.
Yeah.
$11 billion.
At least he's paying taxes.
I know, but can you wrap your mind around that?
No, that's
In
okay.
1 year, he's paying so much taxes,
I don't
more
even
than
think-
either of us will ever see. Like all three of us combined in our entire lifetime, no matter how good Fat and Weird does, we will never see $11 billion.
I don't think you could even spend that amount in a lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think people understand the magnitude of a billion.
Billion versus
they were,
million.
someone said something like, 1,000 seconds is like this many days, and 1,000,000 seconds is this many days, and then 1,000,000,000 seconds. I don't remember what it was, but it was like years.
Yeah.
And you were like, people don't realize like how large to go from 1 million to 1 billion is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 1,000
And
million.
then to take that a step further, a trillion.
Yeah,
Like Apple's $1 trillion company.
yeah,
It's insane.
yeah. It's hard to wrap your mind around those things.
Numbers.
Well, I mean, the magnitude difference between all those things,
Because we were talking about it in the car the other day. Like if someone had, what did we say, like 100,000 Ethereum,
Yeah.
and they just wanted to spend like 1,000, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's scalable of what we have currently. If you think about it.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's just
Yeah.
a different.
It's just on a different
currency.
scale.
Yeah, different currency.
Yeah, it really blows. I think just looking at the order of magnitude differences blows your mind. Like what you would, with $1 billion, you would say you couldn't spend that in a lifetime. And the truth is, if you just invested the $1 billion and you got 10% return on it, 10% of $1 billion is 100 million, right?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
100 million, which means that if you invested $1 billion, you would get $100 million a year.
That's insane.
So you would have essentially
Granted, you had a 10% return. Yeah.
right, but I mean that would mean that you get to spend $8 million a month.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
$8 million
that
a
rich to
month.
where you can spend that much. Like, I feel like it would be boring because it'd be like you could just, you wouldn't know, you could do anything you wanted, so you wouldn't know what to do You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Everything's an
be like,
option.
yeah.
Anything you want to do.
So you
It's
just
kind of
be
like
like-
when you want to go out to eat and you
Yeah.
ask your wife what she wants to eat. She goes, I don't know. And It's
Yeah.
because there's too many options. Your whole life is literally nothing's off limits to you, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
Yeah, with that
Within
money,
reason.
you could have the best Christmas ever. So, what is the best Christmas you guys have ever had?
we going back to Christmas.
Austin's like, let's take this.
Well, I mean, I feel like we moved from Christmas to relationships.
I love the segue.
Fucking
I love the segue.
outrageous money
Okay.
The best Christmas I've
ever had. Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's hard, right? Because it's like it's so much different when you're a kid.
And I don't
having
remember
Christmas.
everything every Christmas
Yeah.
wise. But I will say that
But it's also so much different being
some
a
of my
kid.
best memories were Christmas cruises. My parents used to do Christmas cruises. They would actually take their entire work every few years on a cruise. And one year we all went, we played like White Elephant, like the whole, like there's like
Yeah.
20 people they took on this cruise, you know?
Okay.
I always had fun on those trips. There was one because it's like, I love going on cruises with just Aubrey. It's a lot of fun to relax. But I mean, I don't know. This is going to sound bad probably. I would say like after a while, you're just like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? You know, but when there's people, you're like, hey, let's all go play putt-putt or let's
Yeah.
all go to, like there was an ice
or
bar.
if it's the girls go do this, the guys are going to do this.
Yeah.
I just have fun. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like when you do things with your friend, it doesn't mean your spouse isn't as much fun, but after a while, you're like, I wish there were some other people to do
No,
stuff
you could still
with
have
us.
your alone time.
Yeah. And so I think that's, but it was a really fun cruise. I mean, I remember we just did a lot of stuff and there's other people that were my age because I was younger at the time. I was like in my, I don't know, early 20s, late
20s.
teens
Yeah.
or so. But yeah, I enjoyed that cruise a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say things like that were fun. I don't really remember like a memory. I know we jump in the pool every year.
You have to do that again.
Yeah,
every
I
New
can't
Year's,
remember
right?
like a specific Christmas, but like what I was trying to say is like it's different whenever you're a kid and like you're still believing in Santa and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but you're like trying to stay awake at night, like trying to catch
Yeah.
him, or like, do you remember when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real?
Yeah. How old were you?
don't
We actually
remember.
we talked about this in Twitch. How old were you?
Did you?
I was in 5th grade.
I don't remember.
And Aubrey made fun of me. She goes, 5th grade? Wow, that's so late. And then
I feel like, yeah,
I don't remember.
she said she was 9. And I was like, dang, that's really early to not know that Santa's not real. So I was in 5th grade. And last night on Twitch, most people said that they were in between like 5th and 6th grade when they found out Santa
I
wasn't
feel like,
real.
I feel like I was either 3rd or 4th grade.
That's
Because I
probably when
remember
was.
like, because I used to, so our house wasn't big enough for like all my siblings and I, so I used to sleep like on a pallet, either like on the floor, like in my brother's room or like next to my parents' bed. And I remember one night I was like asleep next to my parents' bed and like I heard my parents like ruffling and talking and like I heard my mom like, oh, get the presents. And, like I woke up and I was like, wait, it's like, what's going on?
Get the
And,
presents.
like I just like peep my head out and I see them like putting all the presents under the tree and I was like, I knew it.
So in our house,
knew
the
it.
way it was built,
Same with the tooth fairy. I felt her lift up my pillow. I was like,
You felt the tooth fairy lifted up?
She's like, Mark, you got $1.
so
Too funny.
the way our house was built, like there was like a hallway where all the bedrooms were, and then
Dead.
if you came at the end of the hallway and you looked to your right, that's where the Christmas tree was.
Yeah.
So we would line up at the end of the hallway. My parents told us we couldn't come around the corner, and I remember we'd be like peeking, trying to like see around the
Yeah.
corner, and they'd be like, "Get back," you know. But my parents, they were like, they put like there was toys like out in the garage. And we would be like walking in and out of the garage every day, and we just were oblivious to them. You
Really?
know, yeah,
Yeah.
there'd be a bike in the
Wow.
garage, and we was like not even
Just
paying
didn't
attention.
even- yeah,
yeah,
that's
because you're just like
crazy.
kind of
Yeah.
going through the flow of your day.
My nephew was like, I think my nephew was like 7 or 8. And he went up to my sister. He's like, Mom, I need to ask you a question. And she was like, what? He was like, is Santa Claus real? She was like, why are you asking me this? He's like, well, I see all these boxes coming in and out, you know, people delivering it, and I see you go hide them. And he's like, I'm not stupid. He's like, they're definitely Christmas presents. He's like, so just tell me straight up.
Straight up.
Oh wow!
he said no cap.
So
Be honest.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I see all these boxes delivering. You never open them. You just go hide them. So
So
they got to be Christmas presents.
yeah.
So we talked about that on Twitch, and so a lot of people said that the way they do it now is Santa gives the stockings gifts, and they give all the big gifts, which is opposite when I
makes-
was growing up. When I was growing up, the Santa gave like all these big gifts, and I remember like getting bikes from Santa and stuff like that, and my friends would get like a freaking Sony, like I don't even know, PlayStations didn't exist yet. When I'm talking
Fuck you,
about,
Santa. Bring me this bullshit.
Yeah, they were getting a Dreamcast. Actually,
Yeah.
if you didn't know
Yeah,
what a
Sega
Dreamcast is,
Sega
Sega
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast. Yeah, and I'm over here like, I'm like, what?
gotta
What? This is bullshit,
I got a
Santa.
pair of socks again.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Santa.
So I think that's
I was
something
good. Yeah.
So we actually talked about, would we like do Santa with Letty? And Aubrey's like, yes. She's like, I want the Christmas spirit thing. And I was like, I have a hard time because I don't want to ever like lie to my kids.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna ask, like, what do you plan on doing, or like, what do you think of that?
yeah, I get it though, because I think that there is something magic about Christmas. But I'll also tell you, like, being in Florida and Texas and stuff like that, Christmas doesn't feel like Christmas. Today is the
'Cause
first
not,
day
like,
it's
white.
cold.
Yeah, because
Like when I go to Montana, it feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
It looks like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. In Florida, it's never felt like Christmas to me. So I'm like,
I think our
whatever.
favorite Christmas was 2019. We went to New York.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Ashley's sister's
That's
Ashley's sister's
great
husband.
place.
So my brother-in-law, his family's all from upstate New York, like, or like Long Island. So we went over there. Yeah, it was like snowing.
Yeah.
We went downtown New York and like saw the Rockefeller tree and like all the. It was like, it definitely had like that feel to it. I was like, dang, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you can kind of get that in Texas. I don't know about here, but there's like, they do the lights and all that stuff. But yeah, it was definitely way like more Christmas.
I feel like it'll feel
sure.
like it in Sweet Bay to you because you drive home at night and you see the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And
I'm used to Christmas lights. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just something about snow.
Oh, yeah.
Snow like
Yeah.
makes Christmas.
do you remember
for
when
sure.
it snowed in
yeah.
2017? That was the year that we got married. And I remember we were about to go on that drive and it was like icing up all over the place in Houston and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that was actually cool.
Yeah. It snowed in Panama City in 1989. I was 2 years old.
Wow.
Snow came down.
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. Well,
7 years later.
Of course. I'm way older than you. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
for
think
telling us.
my whole life in Texas it snowed maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. But Dallas snows
Like
all the
snow
time,
that
right?
Sticks.
Yeah.
Dallas snows
More
doesn't it?
often. Yeah, more often.
I mean, it's up north.
Yeah.
More
I
north
just
Texas for sure.
I don't know. I feel like definitely snow helps it feel like Christmas for sure. But even just cold weather, like it feels more like Christmas these last couple of days than it's felt.
Yeah, just like winter.
But it is 75 on Saturday. So.
Yeah.
go to
it
the
was
beach.
hot. It was
Yeah.
hot the past 3 days.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I was like, Austin is like, is the water cold or is
The water is
yeah.
cold.
It's really cold.
Yeah, the water's cold.
When I
It's
was
like 75. We can go to the beach, man.
Well, so we used to go to the beach on Christmas. We just didn't get in the water, but it's 75, so you don't need to. It's
Yeah.
warm enough that
Just
you
hanging
or
out.
cool enough that you can just hang out and not sweat. So
and not have to cool off technically. But when I was younger, when we lived in California, my mom's family lived in Iowa and my dad's family lived in New Jersey. We always traveled for holidays. So we were flying pretty much cross country at that point. And for them, it was really tiring. So when I was 8, that's when we moved to Iowa to just be closer around family because they got tired of.
You didn't
Going to
answer when
see-
you didn't answer when you.
Yeah, I was
that's-
going to get to it.
Okay.
So one year we went to Iowa and we came back and like we didn't open presents yet because we went before Christmas and there were like no presents under the tree when we left. So I was like, what the hell? What's going on? Went to Iowa, did our like mom's family stuff. Then we came back and that night walked in and there was this tree was full of presents and the first gift I opened was the Game Boy Color, like loaded with games in there, and I was just so excited. And this was at like 10 p.m. when we got back too, so like super delusional little 7-year-old, but still it was probably one of the best that I can remember.
yeah, I forgot playing my Game Boy. I had the original Game Boy that was just like green and black. And then I got
dude,
the
used to
color
go
one.
Pokemon Blue or Red
Yeah.
on Game Boy. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's my shit.
Backyard baseball.
So then you could take your Pokemon from your Game Boy and you could play it on, like you could move those Pokemon over to like a Nintendo or something like that.
Yeah, the DS.
Yeah, I remember like because then you could play.
Or you can link up your Game Boy with your friends and like trade Pokemon.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
there's
you-
like only certain Pokemon you can get on Red and Blue.
Yeah, and you could battle each other and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I remember that.
Yeah, they said like the tether cords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People would like unplug them when they were losing. They're like,
I had
you
the
know.
fucking the
It's like
Game Boy.
unplugging your
I had the Game Boy.
controller.
Yeah.
I had the little light that attached where you can like
Oh,
play in
yeah,
the
the
dark.
reading lamp?
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
I was a gamer.
Yeah, still are.
Gamer.
Now is that like the Nintendo Switch? Is that like the Game Boy
Yeah.
essentially?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but on another level.
Yeah, but it's like It's
Is
like,
it? I've never seen one. I don't
yeah.
think.
Really?
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah, you can cast it to your TV. You can play it handheld. Like
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's just another level.
Oh wow.
I mean, the graphics are like
Just like a computer game.
almost
Yeah.
not that great, but
It's,
still pretty damn good.
I saw someone the other day. They bought an old 64 and they were playing GoldenEye on it, and the graphics are ass.
Yeah.
straight cheese.
But that game is still fire.
Someone showed
The Golden Gun and the short guy.
Yeah.
Odd Job,
Yeah.
whatever.
The Golden Gun.
And with the short guy too, though.
Yeah.
Odd Job or whatever his name was. If you had that guy, you like because one you couldn't hit him because he was literally the tiniest person, and then you have one shot with a golden gun. So it's like
someone showed how long LeBron has been in the league, and they showed the first NBA game that he was on versus the one he is in now. And dude, it looks like they copy and pasted his face just on a body on the first one.
Crazy.
So I don't know if you know this. The reason that is important is LeBron James now has spent more time of his life in the NBA than not in the NBA, and that's why they were showing it.
That's wild.
Which is
he
crazy.
spent more. He spent
Yeah, because he's straight out of high school. So,
But when they posted, I think it was yesterday. So as of today, he is now 1 day longer of his lifetime spent in the league than out of the league. And I don't remember what the days it was, but it's essentially, it'd be like what, 18 years not in the league and 18 years and 1 day in the league type thing, you know? But yeah, it's pretty wild to think about that.
Half of his
Half of his life now
has been
is in
just
the NBA.
straight cash.
Yeah, making tons of money. It's true.
Nike.
Gatorade.
that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, how much money in endorsements has he made?
Yeah.
No clue.
Too much.
I don't want to know. It just makes me sad.
Back to money again. Always goes back to money.
Somehow.
Somehow it always gets
What's
back
it
to
like
money.
being rich?
Wonder what LeBron James does for Christmas. Well, it reminds me of like what Kanye West and them didn't they like for Christmas one year? They literally like spent to make it seem like Christmas. They brought in like this artificial snow. They like put up like trees, and they spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars like turning their yard
just
into a
go
winter
somewhere.
wonderland for Christmas for their kids. Yeah, but the ultimate flex is that you don't even have to go somewhere. You can literally
you can
bring it
have
to
it.
you.
The ultimate form of being a homebody.
Yeah.
Bring the snow to me.
Christmas at my house.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hey, guys, we're going to have a Dave and Buster's night at my house. I just built a separate room out back and filled it with video games. I mean, that's like the ultimate flex, right? You don't even have to go. That's what I told Aubrey. I said, like, the reason that rich people have their babies at home is because you don't get to leave the hospital for like 2 days. So the ultimate flex is the fact that you can literally go sleep in your bed that night if you want to after you had your baby because you had it in your own home. You're not waiting for someone to tell you can
The
leave.
ultimate flex.
I feel like
Sleeping in
normal
your bed
people
after
have
you a
babies
baby.
at home.
Huh?
I feel like normal people have babies at home.
Yeah, it's just a greater risk.
Yeah.
But whenever you are rich, they bring essentially the hospital to your home.
Yeah.
You know? Because like if we would have had Scarlett
Just own the hospital.
at home, I don't know if she would have made it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is scary. Yeah, for sure.
because they had to like, suck out that stuff from her lungs and put her on oxygen, all that stuff. They don't usually bring that kind of stuff with you to your house unless you're like filthy rich. And then they essentially set up a whole hospital room in your house, you know?
In your bathroom.
But yeah.
Also, you would have had to have Letty in our bathroom.
Why?
Right? In the bathtub. Or do they bring a tub?
We have a bathtub in this house.
No. You weren't in this
Oh,
house
you're
yet.
talking about in the other house.
The kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they
kiddie
actually
pool.
they usually do an inflatable
Inflatable
Yeah.
hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
This huge
Fire.
inflatable pool. Yeah, could you
believe
imagine
we don't
our
have a jacuzzi?
Could you imagine our living room just had a giant inflatable pool in it? You guys are walking in and Aubrey's giving birth. Like, come on, like that's not happening. That's not happening.
I'd be like, yeah.
Some people do that.
Hey Austin, I'm
Moving
gonna need
out.
you to film this. So
Just gonna set up the tripod.
Oh gosh. Wait. Okay. Yeah, is that all you wanted to talk about for Christmas?
Yeah.
What's
I
your
mean-
favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
I watched it for the first time.
It's good.
It's pretty good.
It is good.
I wouldn't say the first time,
in
just
LA.
for the first time since I was like a kid.
I don't
remember
really feel like
playing
I
the game.
have I mean Home Alone is probably one of my favorite
Yeah,
Christmas
I would
movies.
say Home Alone.
The Grinch.
I don't like I don't
my
really
sister
like the
loves The Grinch.
heartwarming Christmas movies. Like I don't really
Yeah.
What's the one where Tim Allen or whatever is the
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think just Santa
Mhm.
Claus.
I mean that's okay, but a lot of those are just like lovey-dovey.
Elf's not bad, to be honest.
Okay,
Elf's
give
pretty
that.
funny. I like the funny one. The Grinch is funny to me.
Yeah.
Which one?
Elf.
Like the animated
The-
Grinch
the
or the
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey
Yeah.
Grinch.
OG.
I also that's a good memory for me because I remember like going to see that in theaters with my parents. So
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
maybe that's like a
I love this time of year because they release a ton of movies. There's
Yeah.
always good movies at Christmas time. So like,
Yeah.
so
that's why
Matrix.
we're on
You know,
here
Matrix
early
comes out on
today.
Thursday.
Oh really?
Yeah, the new Matrix comes out Thursday.
I haven't really even seen a lot of
Previews
Ads.
for it.
Yeah.
You know why though? You haven't gone to the movies.
Yeah, true.
Most of the time you see movie previews, it's from
A movie.
Yeah,
movies.
or you're watching. There's like because
Or
you don't watch
TV.
TV with commercials anymore, so it's like
Well,
I don't see a
that's
lot of
only
ads.
if you don't watch, I guess, quote unquote, cable TV.
right.
But I would say that I feel like our generation does not watch cable TV.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, like YouTube actually lost ESPN for a while. Did you notice that? But they
Yeah, I got an
re-signed
email.
it.
Yeah.
It's back now.
Yeah.
Did you figure out how to get YouTube TV on your?
Nope.
You still didn't figure it out?
No.
What about the Roku?
No, the Roku works.
Oh, okay. But you
Yeah.
can't get it to work without the Roku.
Yeah.
But with the Roku, you're
Yeah,
good.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's through Roku. Something's wrong with my TV. It's the only app that doesn't work.
You uninstalled it and everything?
Reset, factory reset, everything.
Wow.
It's tough. It was a tough hour over there.
User error.
Tough hour.
Yeah.
It's still user error.
Just got the Roku. Okay, so let's do a would you rather so that I can get ready and go to the movie.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. I heard it was good. I hope it's good. I hope Aubrey enjoys it because I feel like she knows nothing about
Will
any
she fall
movies.
asleep?
I think it's too early in the day for her to fall asleep.
It's never too early. If I was in a big relaxed leather chair, my ass would be out right now. Not my ass. I would be asleep.
Yeah, your ass would be out, just hanging out. That ass would just be out of here.
Plumber's crack.
Okay,
All right. Would you rather live without music or live without TV?
live without music.
Really?
Live without TV.
I think I would go with TV.
You would go without TV?
Yeah.
Both of you would go
Oh, I
without
love
TV?
music.
I like music,
Yeah, doesn't bother me. Deny music.
but I
In
also
fact,
like TV, so that's a hard one.
I spend more time watching TV than I do listening to music, and that's how I chose that.
Yeah, I guess I spend more time watching TV with Ashley, but when I'm alone, I would
Music.
just listen to music.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
but
if you're like, I guess you don't.
See, I don't like.
So if I'm like,
a lot
I
of
can,
people like
listen to music
is
and play
YouTube considered
video
TV?
games too at the same time.
is YouTube considered TV? Like watching a YouTube video.
Yes.
I mean, I would consider that television.
yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone has it's a small television.
I'm not
channel.
changing my answer.
Visual entertainment.
I'm not changing my answer. I'm just.
I 100. So you would never be able to watch a football game again.
I would go to the football game. Boom. Because I like going places.
Yeah, I know, but like in general,
fucking
you can't
owned.
go to every football game.
If I want to, I could.
No, you couldn't. Yeah. Okay, fine. There's 2 football games on today you really want to watch. One's in California and the other one's in New York, and they start.
Then
at
I'm
the
picking one and
same
going
time.
to one.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying though. So you can't necessarily go to every single one,
And you
So that's
can't
what I get.
watch 2 at once unless you have 2 TVs.
or Red Zone.
Red Zone just picks the games that are in
I know,
the red
but
zone.
it's only the part that's the cool parts to see, the scoring plays.
Yeah,
I guess you could also argue that you would just go to concerts.
exactly.
Oh wait, see, I'm wondering. It says listen to music, but it doesn't say
Yeah.
like listen to music, like how you're listening to music.
That's true. You get nothing.
So because like when I work out, I'll listen to Audible sometimes instead of.
Or you just can't hear
All right,
it.
here's another one.
Okay, one more.
Would you rather always forget who you are or always forget who everyone else is?
This is like that movie, right? With Adam Sandler,
I would-
50 First Dates.
I would rather always forget who I am.
But know everybody else?
Yeah.
I think I would always forget. I would rather forget who I am.
Because I mean, I could get why like if you forgot who everyone else is, like you would have to wake up and you would have to.
You'd have to have them tell you who.
They are every time. Hey,
day.
I'm your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, who's this person? That's your kid. You know.
You're like, what?
And I'd much rather just like have like where you
know
wake up
them
in the
and
morning,
they
there's
tell you
notes,
who-
and then you got to read the notes and like kind of give yourself a cliff note on
Yeah.
everything.
Whereas like
On who you are.
your family could just remind you every day rather than you have to learn every single person.
Yeah, I guess.
I choose
Yeah.
that. I'll choose that.
Yeah. You're right. It is kind of like 50 First Dates,
Because she remembers herself,
but not everybody else,
not
right?
everybody else. Everything after that day.
Or she like lives the same day every day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
So everything before that day.
Yeah,
what,
so-
what if you lived the same exact day every single
My question
day?
is like, if you forget about yourself, like, does that mean you forget like everything? Like, I mean, like,
Yeah, you don't know nothing. You don't know who you are.
like your PIN number to.
I still don't know who I am, bro.
Yeah, like you know what I mean.
that means
I still
that
don't
means
know
your
me.
significant others got it for you.
You know how
Yeah.
to do basic functions, I would assume, though. Like you would be like, you.
Yeah, I think it's
understand
just
how
your
to,
memory. Like you wake up and you're like,
drive.
fuck,
It's literally that
who
movie.
the fuck am I?
It's the
Yeah.
movie. It's literally that
Memento.
movie.
Memento.
No, the 51st Dates.
No, there's a movie called Memento where a guy doesn't know who he is every day when he
I've
wakes up,
literally
and so he tattoos
heard
on
of
his
it.
body
Never heard
important
of that
things.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up. No, really, it's called Memento, and he tattoos on his body like important days and dates and things to remember.
Must be
and
an
stuff
old
like that.
movie.
It is
But does
old.
that even help him?
I don't know, but that's it. We're signing off.
So you would just wake up and see random fucking numbers.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Hope everyone
Happy
has
New Year.
a wonderful. Yeah, I guess. So
I
we're
guess I won't
podcasting
be
without
today.
you
I'll
next week.
podcast without me.
Yeah.
Or we can try calling in. You know,
Episode.
Well,
that
we
was
could
episode
attempt it.
8.
This
Yeah,
episode
you can
8,
have
yeah.
a little
2
solo.
months.
You can have a little solo one without me.
All right. Hope everyone
2 months, y'all.
enjoyed our podcast. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
And good night.